Okay, looks like we're going to do Eve. Okay, we're going to Eve, everybody. Okay, so that was seconds. Awesome. So what I want to do... So Eve has gravity. So... I'm going to load up... What are you talking about? Which one? What thing I'm going to do, or the poll? I feel like I missed something. I had a poll running. Yes, we're doing EVE Online. I sent a poll out to the, it's already over. It's only 30 seconds. It should have done like a whoosh, and then it should display in the chat interface. I don't know if that really works on mobile or not. If you're on mobile, you might have just missed the boat. We have the success series. Is that the stuff I've been launching? Is that the really awesome looking ones? You're on desktop, huh? Weird. Yeah, I should have in the chat interface done like a swoosh and then a swoosh sound and then like had like a poll up top. But everybody voted. Well, not everybody. You didn't vote, but people that voted chose to go to Eve. So here is what we currently have for our science ship. It worked pretty well. It ended up landing on the Mun and then falling over because it was too too tall. So we might modify this to see if we can make it not tip over. So I think what I want to do... Eve is good. Okay, cool. Hello, Raiders Builders. Braiders. That's how I would guess to pronounce that. Or is it Bradders? Bradders Builders? Let me know. Is it a long A or short A? Okay. So this is what we have right now for that. It might tip over. And also, it has a lot of gravity, so it might be tough to get out. Okay, so they're probably Bradders, if you're Brad. Okay. So I might consider increasing the base of this. To try... Let's do... Let's maybe add... Like, I can move these out to be a little bit larger. So let's attach... I think this would detail. Okay, good. So we can put that over there. We'll attach that back on in a little bit. We're going to put on some decouplers. I think we might want to stick them out a little bit. We'll see if this works. So we attach these here, and we want more than one. We probably want 4. And then let's see if we can... Oh, that was more than I want. We want 4. So let's go here, and then let's try and move it over. We want it to also rotate a little bit, to not be stupid. Looks pretty good. Maybe we'll move it over a little bit. Okay, we'll go like that so we can see where the spots are. Then let's move it over a smidge. Oh, that doesn't work. Looks kind of weird. But that might work. Okay, now we're going to move it up. Okay, let's see if that works. And then what we want to do is put some fuel canisters on that. Because this is a fuel tank, and then there's an engine here. I'm not really sure how this is all going to work. I'll only take one guy, so that we have less people die in this whole adventure. We want a bigger fuel tank, probably not this big. Nope. Okay, we want this one. Yes. So that is attached there. Some of these struts are going through it, which is probably not a good idea. Plus, it's intersecting with the stuff below, so we don't want that. So let's try and adjust these a little bit. Okay, how's that? It's still going to cause issues here, but maybe we can actually just get rid of these nose cones. That might be okay. Alright, so we have that. And now, let's add some engines onto that. So this is to the idea of this is to maybe get off of Eve. So let's see how well that'll work. Oh, they have an atmosphere. I don't really know how this is gonna work. We're kind of just an experiment. I haven't ever tried to land on Eve, so it might just go horribly bad. Let's get a engine. We want something that's not too big, because we need to have our landing legs to stick out around it. What's the thrust of this? Not very much. I don't know how bad the gravity is in this planet. Let's go with this. Oop, missed. This might be enough if I have 4 of them going. So now let's put on some landing legs. And then we'll extend them and see how much range we have. That seems pretty good. Can we move this down at all? Oop, that's not what I want. Can I move this down at all? Oh dear, what did I click on? Alright, moving tool, click on the thing. Oh, I guess I wasn't on the moving tool. Move tool. Click on the thing. Can I move it down? Does that technically attach? Maybe, maybe not. I feel like it might not. Okay, I'm gonna move it up a little bit. Okay. Oh, actually, we can do it. That's right. Shift to move it just a tiny bit. Okay, that's where it's gonna stop. That's fine. So close these up. Double check. Our ladder's here, and that should be enough, I think. That might not actually be enough. Well, let's worry about that later. Let's see if we can actually land. Thank you for the host. Bad. We're gonna see if we can actually land with this thing. Let's put nose cones on top of this. I feel like this won't go over well, but maybe we'll be able to land, and maybe it'll be okay. All right. So the other thing to keep in mind is that we want to land there with parachutes, and then potentially get back and then land with more parachutes. So we want to not use all of our parachutes this first time around. So let's see. I gotta remember where the parachutes are. I feel like it's in here. Yes. Radial parachutes. So we're going to put... We actually have quite a few different parachute sets. Interesting. Might be okay with actually the parachutes we already have. Okay. So let's look at our staging again. So we have the bottom rockets. They detach. Then we have inner rockets, 6 of them. And then they would detach. I think I actually have 2 sets hooked up to them, and that doesn't really work too well, but it's hard to try and aim. Okay, so we want to add a step here, and then move the detaching of those. They will explode a little bit still, but it's okay. Oop, one more down. So they detach, and then we use the little rocket in the middle, and then scroll up. So this rocket, and then we have all 4 of those. So yeah, with this rocket we add a step, detach that rocket. So we have the rocket on the bottom, detach the 4 on the sides. In theory, we might land with that. That's how we get off the planet, maybe. And then we can detach those, and then we have the other rocket below that. We're going to detach that. And then so depending on how the landing works, I have a bunch of different parachutes here. So I might use like these 6, because there's 6 in this group here, and that's around this bottom part. So I might use that to land on on Eve. So I might rearrange this. Well, maybe I'll do it now. So it's going to be... I'm using these here, and I want to keep them around. So I'm going to put those 6 parachutes into this stage here. So this would be Eve landing, maybe, and then the other stuff to take off. The Success model rockets are delightfully overpowered. Yes. Ah, his death. Death Blossom. Blah. Whatever. Alright, 2013. XLT. We want to save. Let's put... I don't know. I think we need a full crew. We do probably want a scientist. So maybe we'll do... we'll have 1 pilot and then 1 scientist. Just so we can still use a science pod. And let's see what happens. So let's save and go to launch. I haven't launched this one in a little bit. Digital Deviant, welcome! We're going to Eve, maybe. We're maybe then going to land on Eve. And then maybe do some science, and then maybe take off. We'll see. This is the Back to the Success series. I'm using parachutes. I believe that Eve has an atmosphere, so you can land with parachutes. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things about Eve, so we will find that out as we get there. Here we go. We're launching. I added some extra rockets to try and get off of Eve. When I land, I also moved the landing legs. Oh dear. Please don't. Oh, stop. Oh dear. So something about my construction that I've changed, because I don't think it's happened before I've made my modifications. So I need some, I think landing, oh god, they're gonna all die. I need some struts maybe between these stages here and here. Oh dear. Oh dear. What if we do lots of what's this? Spacebar. Everything. Spacebar, all the things. Spacebarring all the things. So I need to add some struts in. I do have quite a few parachutes, so I feel like that's a good thing. Of course, this will land upside down, but... Anyway, so what I was saying is I'm going to add some struts in. So I wanted to just kind of go back and make sure everything had struts. My game is really freaking out. Oh god, I just blew up that building. I hope you didn't need that building. That's awesome. There's a big fire over there. It's pretty cool. You gotta hit all that other stuff too. You can cut some parachutes if you need. Oh yeah, is that a thing? Oh, actually, it's right side up now. Might be okay. Wow. I think some of our buildings are destroyed. Okay, we want to get to the surface. Yeah, okay, I got it. Thanks. What was that building? I don't know. Doesn't matter anymore. It might have been the academy. Actually, I'm not sure. Alright, once we get down to the bottom, I just want to keep these guys alive. So we're going to add some struts in, and hopefully that's enough to keep it together. I'm curious to find out if this science thing breaks apart. So this will be a good test. I know that the hitchhikers thing tends to break in the water, but I'm not sure about everything else. Alright, once we get a little closer, I will go regular time. In case of disaster, you can revert the launch. Yeah, I mean, you can pay to fix the things, and then because we're not in... Okay, so it didn't blow up. Good. Because we're not in career mode, I don't have to worry about... I don't have to actually worry about the building. Like, you have to pay to repair it, but there's no money, so I can just repair it just fine. So like if I come out here, They survived. This building, which I think is the one that blew up. Yeah, the academy. So this would usually cost me a bunch of whatever those units of money is. And then you can, I think it's euros or pounds or something. I don't know. I don't know why it's in that unit. Then you could just repair it. But if I actually wasn't in, if I was in career mode, I have to worry about it. You killed all the, I know, they all died. It's the price of space barring. Alright, we're going to add in some struts, and hopefully that'll be stable enough. We'll see. Okay, so struts. I would like... Fine. I would like more. I don't know if this is effective, but I think that'll work. Well, I guess because, yeah, this is 6 and this is 4. I'm not really sure of the... Well, we're gonna add some struts. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, does this change anything? This is not pretty at all. You can use the cluster fudge. Alright, let's do... I'm gonna keep it the same number. I just added struts. Let's make sure our staff is not crazy. Okay, good. We're actually back to the regular staff. Look at that. That's great. Launch. Stay together this time. You can do it. We're heading for Eve. Do 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 do. All right. SAS on. Eventually. SAS on. Zoom out. Throttle up. And go. Will you stay together? It's actually more about will you wobble? Because that was actually the problem, is that it was like, it was wobbling like crazy. You're not so sure. I mean, I saved you guys last time. You should appreciate that. I guess the struts seem to know that they're working out pretty well. This coffee tastes so great in my Team BS mug. Gosh, I wish I knew that there was some place where you can go out and buy this. Alright, yeah, this is working out pretty well. We're going to do our gravity turn, coming up at 6,000. We'll see if it breaks at that point or not. I don't remember how this ship reacts. I don't remember if I actually did gravity turns at 6,000. If it... or not, we'll see. It's been a while since I launched this success series. Alright, I'm gonna start doing a gravity turn shortly. I might slow down a little bit, actually. And then do gravity turn. Will you function? Will you work? We're heading for Eve, everybody. Eve or bust. How we bust. But the chat room voted Eve. Was either that or try and do docking and then fail at that too, so it's either way. Same result. Doing good. Trying to lead the my thing. I might speed up a little bit, actually. Once I get to 90, I'll take a look at my approach. See how that works. Okay. Zoom out. Okay. It's getting there. Not really. It's starting to. I could actually add kicks onto this too if I wanted to, but that might be overkill. So hopefully when we eject this, all these parts, they leave nicely. We'll see. I don't know how well all this stuff will hold together when I actually do the landing on Eve. Okay, boop. Okay, everything's good. Alright. Okay, let's take a look. Getting there. I don't know if I have enough fuel. I don't remember what it's like to try and get to Eve. So if I so Digital Deviant, I always stick around at 90. At this point here, when I'm you know, up in this area, should I actually start doing more, or should I just stick around 90? Am I wasting fuel by always just sticking at 90? Like, could I be working on getting my orbit already? Do more? Okay. That's hopefully what you meant. Okay. I don't know, I always would just go to 90. I mean, I do that initially, but yeah. I feel like it probably makes more sense to work on getting my orbit instead of, yeah. Push out your orbit faster. Right, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. So go like that. Let's see what that's like. Okay, we're doing fine on fuel. I'll stick in this view. Let's aim a little bit more into our orbit. So we're going to get this around 100, and then we will adjust our maneuver, and you will still gain altitude. Yeah, right, exactly. Especially when I'm out here, because there's not much atmosphere going on. Okay, we're almost there. I might. It's kind of hard. I mean, I probably won't run into my space mines. I'll just assume, because I mean they're kind of all over the place. But I most likely won't run into them. I'm not gonna worry about it. And if I do, it'll just be funny. So, okay. Once we get to 100, I will kill it, and we'll add a maneuver. Work on our orbit. Okay, that's good enough. Thank you. Add maneuver. It's good to me. Not quite perfect, but good enough. Alright, so we will aim for that. We will do the burn at 6 less than 30, is 3 less, so that's 27. Doing pretty good. I forget where Eve is. Eve is, oh, that's the Mun, right? And then we have that, and then a little bit further out is Eve. So Eve is closer to the sun. Okay. So 27 is what I said. Oh, I should have changed my title. What is the status? Is what I was looking for. Status is Eve or bust. 27. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Almost there. Wait for it. Oh, I don't know. I have my hand on the speeding up. Okay, 27, and go. Let's check our fuel. I think we'll have enough fuel for this, so I will pop out in this view. We'll zoom in a little bit. Double check our fuel. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Alright. Come on, orbit. Or Tatiana. That's Scotty Garbitas. Speaking of Scotty, where is he? Is he working or something? Jeez. What kind of friend is he? Alright. Coming up the other side. Alright. Kill it. Okay. We have a decent amount of fuel in those tanks. Let's take a look at what we have. So we want to... So Min-Miss is actually another moon of mine. At least it's orbiting Kerbin. Interesting. Is Min-Miss another moon of ours? I didn't really realize that. Okay, so we want to go to Eve. Set as target. We want to add a maneuver somewhere, and then we'll have to zoom out a lot. So we're going to add a maneuver here, and then just see what happens. So that is going to be not where we're going to go, but to start. It's a sun orbit. Maybe I have to start with the sun orbit, actually. That might be the case. Let me clean off some of this junk. Okay. If we rotate this might be kind of tricky, but what if we rotate this? Does that help at all? There's not really even... Oh, I see. It's on a little bit of a weird orbit, too. So that makes it a little bit tougher. So we might want to adjust our orbit to match up with Eve's orbit, which is the yellow guy. So let's redo this maneuver, and let's get our orbit to kind of match up. Or maybe we just want to even get into the sun orbit and then bring it in so it intersects. Let me think about this. Okay, so let's come back to here. So we probably want to not do that. We probably want this to start, and then we want to be in an orbit of the sun. That's fairly close-ish to our target. So that doesn't help. Okay, what if we move this around? So we want one where it's going to bring us a little closer. Okay, so that's about it. Interesting. So what does that look like? And then once we have that, then we can adjust it to... I think we're going to go with this. And then I can adjust after that. Perhaps. I think that seems like a good idea. Maybe. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to do a point to the maneuver. We're going to warp to the next maneuver node, which is here. There we go. And at 30 is when we want to do the burn. Wolfstorm, thank you for the host. So once we get to 30 seconds, we will do our burn. And we're trying to get to an orbit of the sun. And then after that, we can try to fix it up. I don't know how well it's going to work. We'll see. I mean, I've been there before, but it was with a lot of like messing around trying to get something to work. I'm gonna see if this approach works any better. Okay. Here we come. So 30 seconds. Speed up time a little bit, just a little closer. Okay. 30 seconds and go. Alright, we're zooming out. We want to be in an orbit of the sun. Double check our fuel. We might run out of those, I guess. Yeah, we might. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it'll be too tough to come into an orbit of the sun. So we'll see. We'll see what happens after these tanks are done. Oop. Okay, I want to throttle up, switch engines. That's fine. I expected that. Okay, come to this view. That was I have 2 decouplers attached to those rockets, and the game doesn't like that. So what we're trying to get is, let's zoom in. Okay, we're getting there. It's just a little bit, taking a little longer, but it's not science without explosions. Exactly. Okay. So we're almost, maybe, to an orbit of the sun. And then I will kill it. And we'll see. We'll see if this is gonna ever work. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Okay, there we go. We can kill this maneuver. We can kill this maneuver. We can warp to here. Warp here. Okay, warp to here. This is being a little laggy, so I was trying to speed it up. And once that happens, then I can adjust my angle to be the same. So let's, I guess, click on this guy, warp here. We're doing okay on fuel there, sort of. I don't think we're gonna have as much fuel as I was hoping. We'll see. But now that we're in orbit of this, I feel like we're in better chances of running into it. I just need to escape Kerbal, and then everything will be better. So let's speed up time. Okay, and boop. Okay, zoom out. Alright, now we are in an orbit of the sun. And our angle is a little bit off for this. So let's figure out where, this is maybe where I'd add a maneuver to try to fix our angle. Let's zoom in. Which direction is that taking it? The wrong one? The wrong way, maybe? So that's a little bit worse. Okay, that is maybe now the same orbit. Is that what it's telling me? Yes, I like it. Okay, so we're gonna do that maneuver. I picked it for some reason. I think where actually I don't know which way I'm going right now, but I might have picked it in a dumb spot. Okay, so we're gonna point to the maneuver node, and then we're gonna go there. We're gonna fix the our angling towards Eve, and then the burn itself is gonna be a bit of time. It's gonna be 39 seconds before the burn. So let's warp to the next maneuver node. Okay, no, I did put it in our path. Awesome. I was worried I was going to have to go all the way around first. Okay, so 39 minutes we'll do the burn. And I think we might have enough fuel for that. We'll see. 39 minutes. And burn. It's going to be hard to eyeball, so I'm just going to go based on when this thing goes down. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Once we're on that angle, on the same orbit, you know, angle, I guess, then we can work on trying to actually get an encounter. Hopefully we have enough fuel. Hopefully we at least land on Eve, even if we don't ever leave. They can just set up a little colony, and that'll be cool. Our fuel is doing fine, I think. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I think our fuel will be fine, maybe. But I don't know. So I'm gonna kill this once it gets down there, so I can stay in this view because the other view doesn't really help me. So when this goes, we're gonna switch to these 4 engines already. Okay. So we'll see how that works. It'll be pretty close. I think that I will end the maneuver before I run out of fuel. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, okay. Get ready to end the fuel. And kill it. I killed it 1 second early, maybe. But we're still at 0 degrees adjustment, whatever. So we're going to add a maneuver. And let's just see what... I'm going to go this way. So we want to make it so that we are getting close. So if we mess around with this, I want to see if I can get these to be by each other without spending too much fuel. So this seems fairly close. Let's mess around here. So that makes it worse. If we come this way, just a little bit, not a lot. Does it make it better or worse? It's like when you're at the eye doctor. Better or worse? Better or worse? Alright, okay, that's taking it worse. Alright, let's go the other way. Four-minute burn. That's awful. Let's see if we can do it with less of a burn. What do you think about that? Let's do. Let's start this over. I'm gonna try and watch my burn time. So we need to bring it in so that we're intersecting it. So it's already a 2-minute burn, which sucks. But let's see if we move this around at all, if that seems to be a little bit better. So here's that we're sort of close. Oh, the wrong way. Dakota. Bank heist. It's gonna be tough because it's gonna also switch. We're almost there. Oh, okay, there we go. There's an even counter. I don't know if we have enough fuel for that exactly, and the timing might be kind of off, but that might work. So we're going to point to the maneuver node. Fire early. It's going to switch engines, so I don't really know how it's going to change when these are active, but we'll see. Alright, so now we want to get to the maneuver node. We're going to warp. Alright, so we want to not rotate anymore. We actually don't want to go a minute before it. We want to go... Oh no, you got caught. Because it's going to be... We're going to burn at like 2:11. So we want to get a little bit before... before the maneuver. Let's see. Where... Oh, I see. This is the maneuver over here. Let's warp to here. Let's double check the math on this. Okay, so that's still 3 hours before. So we're going to warp here. And we'll see if this works. I might have enough fuel maybe for it. I mean, it's a long burn. We might end up stranded. I mean, we have a bunch of different fuel tanks, so we might be able to use some of the fuel tanks that we intended to use to get off the planet, and then just land on Eve and then live there. So right now we're doing our warp, even at fastest speed. It's still taking us forever, but we're talking about many days that are passing. But right there, that's our encounter. So hopefully we have fuel when we get to that point. We'll see. What is this? Oh, Basketopia, minefield. Why do I have a minefield way out here? That's kind of funny. It must have escaped. Huh. Better. Oh, I'm actually not even all that far from Kerbal. That's interesting. Okay. So now we're coming up here. I'm thinking you're having a permanent residence. Yeah, if I actually land and don't die in the process, I'm pretty sure that they'll be there forever. So we're aiming for 2 minutes and 11 seconds. So let's speed up. Actually, we can speed up time even more than this. Let's go. Let's warp here. I think that should be a safe distance. Because right now we're dealing with days still. Okay, let's warp some more. I do it by hand, but I don't want it to screw it up. Let's warp more. And more. We'll just keep on cutting it in half until we get close enough. 2 minutes and 11 seconds. All right, we're going to speed up manually now. Okay, there we go. So once we get down to an hour, it will go slower. Okay, going slower. 2 minutes and 11 seconds. A bit faster than that. I wish I could warp to a certain time before, like a certain T-minus time. That'd be kind of cool. Let's go a little bit faster. 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Still going. I'm afraid to go one more faster than this, so we're going to stick with this time. We're aiming for 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Can we do it? Will this be enough fuel? Will we go faster or slower at the next stage? Nobody knows. Actually, I don't know. Other people might know. Okay, we're going to slow down time a little bit. 2 minutes, 11 seconds. I'm only going to use the shift key. No. 2 minutes, 11 seconds. No space bars. Do we need to? 2 minutes and 11 seconds. It's a fairly long burn. So I'll have plenty of time to look at our fuel tanks and stuff. Okay. Ready, everybody? We're almost there. Almost time to launch. Or not launch, but, you know, go. 2 minutes, 11 seconds. I would adjust it. I would go earlier or later based on the next fuel tanks, but I have no idea, like, you know, if it's going to go faster or slower. All right, and go, 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 go. Okay, so that's burning. Stick. Look, so it's going to run out of fuel before we're done. Let's zoom out. We're trying to get this encounter to show up. So this whole orbit needs to come in to around that angle there. Let's pop into this view because we want to switch engines once, you know, once that happens. So we're going to be using these big ones on the outside that I was going to use to get off the planet. In fact, that's actually where my landing legs are, so maybe I don't want to ditch those when I get to that point. Okay, ditching those, and then using these other engines. So our burn time is still about the same, I think. Might have actually dropped a little bit. Well, guys, I gotta go. Alright, have fun. Have fun getting ready for work. Good luck. Stay positive. You can do it. Alright, so they're actually holding up pretty well. We'll see how this all works out. Once the encounter shows up, I'll kill it. And then we can get to the encounter, and then hopefully orbit, and then land. The landing I'm not sure about. We haven't tried that yet. I've gotten to Eve before, and I think I went around Eve, and then I went around one of its moons, maybe. But I didn't land because people wanted me to keep the scientists around. But doing good. I think, yeah, we're going to keep these fuel tanks around still. So that's good, because it'll help us maneuver around into orbit. My stream lagging? Seems like my webcam is a little laggy every now and then. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we're almost there. Maybe. I feel like it's closing in fast. Why is this in red? Yeah, fuels are good. Yeah, so once I get an encounter, I'm going to kill it because I don't really know if my plan maneuver will work quite right. once it gets down to the bottom. So I'm waiting for an encounter to show up over here. And then once that happens, I will hit the X key. And everything will be great. You can do it. It's a really long burn. Waiting for something to happen. Oh, okay, there we go. I think I got it. Yes, even counter. Amazing. And then what happens after that? I go back to the Mon periapsis. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Whew. Long burn. Yeah, long burn is long. Okay, we're gonna let's see, what is my current thing? We want to warp to the even counter. Can't warp so far. Okay. Let's speed up time. Even counter, yay! Yeah. So if I can get the blue dot, can I warp here? Well, I don't know for sure. Yeah, blue dot. No, I want to. Well, I'll just manually warp for now. So yeah, I think it's encounter, and then I go back to the sun orbit is what's showing me. So once we get over to this encounter, we will make it awesome. So we're starting to speed up to it. So I'm going to slow down. We want to warp. We'll go like this. We'll do it manually for now, I guess. I'm worried about it breaking. Have you guys been watching my Project High Rise series? What do you think about that? I think I'm starting to try to figure out the episode that came out today. I'm having problems, but I think I might start getting the hang of it. Oh, here's our encounter. I would warp right here, but I don't know. I want to make sure it doesn't warp me to be like the second orbit to go around. So for now, we'll just manually do it. I guess I can warp to here. Okay, let's warp with the blue dot. Warp here. Blue dot again. We'll just cut it in half every time. So if I go here and I get the blue dot, can I get the blue dot? No. Okay. I started the first Project High Rise and got interrupted. Okay. TV production game. Yeah, I actually didn't ever see his play of that. But yeah, I guess it's similar sort of because you're in a tower and you're on the side view. Yeah. I could see some similarities there. Okay, still trying to get to the encounter. I don't want to warp to the wrong spot. Like, yeah, I want the blue. Well, I guess if I'm here and it tells me I can't warp here, it's probably the wrong spot. All right, I'm just gonna speed up time. I'll just do it manually. That's fine. Okay. Once we cross that, then I will slow down time and we can add our maneuver. Okay, adding maneuver. Psy Ducker. What are you doing? I am playing. I'm trying to get. So there's Gillian. Where is. Oh, there's Eve. That's weird. I couldn't see it for some reason. I am working on landing on Eve. Eve or bust. We want to go this way, maybe. No, the other way. Come on, you can do it. Angle. There we go. Where's Eve? I'm confused. Why doesn't it show up? Is it really tiny? Oh wow, that's really a big orbit. Okay, so we'll do that for now, and then we can try and fix it. It's a 3-minute burn. Yeah. Never heard of that place. Yeah, it's I don't know if you played this game before, but it's the trying to think where it is in relation to. So there's this one. I think it's the planet towards the sun from the Earth in this game. Okay, so we're gonna get to this burn. It's gonna be a pretty long burn. It's gonna be a 3-minute burn. Or, let's see. So we're gonna do it at. Oh, a bunch of math again. Let's see. So 18 less than 4 minutes. So that's going to be 9 less. So it's going to be 1 minute and 9 less. 51. 1 minute and 51 seconds, I think. Thank you for the follow. Let's warp here. So what we're doing is we added a maneuver to try and orbit this planet. I don't know if I have enough fuel to do all this, but we'll see. We'll probably crash in the end of this. It's probably going to be the outcome. And I don't know if I did the math right on that. 1 minute and 51 seconds, I think. Might be right. We'll see. Okay, so 2 minutes, 51 seconds, maybe. A little closer. Your own notification. Yeah, I know. At least I didn't like panic and hit the spacebar a bunch. That'd be bad. Okay, so 1 minute 51 seconds, maybe. We'll see if that's right or not. But I'm ready with the shift key. 1 minute 51. So once we get there, I can show you, in case you haven't seen this game before, I can show you that the game looks a lot cooler than what we're currently looking at. This is just the other view. Okay, burn. Alright, what we want to do now, so I'll pop in this view. So you can see we have this cool rocket thing with like dudes in it and like staging and this little bubble and stuff. So we're trying to get orbit around this and then we can mess it around with it. We'll see if we run out of fuel before then. It might happen. We'll see. But it has an atmosphere, so what I might try and do is the atmosphere braking and such. And then we'll just plan on landing and now that we're getting up. Because this is... sort of the idea is I was going to use it to try and get off the planet. So, we'll see. And if I ditch those, then we don't have landing legs. And these probably won't survive, actually, in atmosphere, now I think about it. So we might... We're moving this up. There we go. So this, as we're burning this, this is slowly wrapping around this planet, is the idea. Hopefully. We're going to be switching engines shortly. Hopefully. Hopefully everything will work out. We might be a little short on fuel for this plan. But if we can get the orbit, then I can try to reduce it down to get. Although I don't know where the atmosphere starts, so that might be tough to try and do it atmospheric braking. But let's see. Let's see what we have. Worst case, it won't work, and these two guys will be on a mission to explore space in just one orbit. So he's about to run out, so I'm going to change engines. Okay, we're going again. So it's still a 2-minute burn, so we might not have a lot of fuel. We'll see. Although, I don't know. Maybe we have enough to land. Could happen. Yeah, sure. Sure, this will work. Once we get in orbit, I'm just going to kill it. And then try to adjust it so that I'll be able to land. Okay, yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. And if we can land, I mean, we don't have the landing legs. I guess I already took those off this main part. So we don't have any landing legs anymore. Which is an issue, I guess. If we had some, potentially we could land on those and then actually be upright, and then things would work probably better, but oh well. Alright, here we go. We have an orbit. I'm gonna keep it going, maybe, and then bring this other side in closer. Maybe. Yeah, we have enough fuel. We can do that. So I'm trying to bring this in closer than where I actually have it right now. So let's go ahead and just remove this node. Alright, I'm going to kill it. So then what we want to do is add a maneuver here. And this is actually a fairly short burn. So that kind of works out. We're going to bring this way close. I don't know, like, where the atmosphere is. So I don't really know, like... but I guess I was doing 100. I think it's less than Kerbin. I was doing 100 over there. So let's see if this works. Sure. Okay, let's see if that works. Maneuver node. And then we'll speed up time. I can just speed up right to the maneuver. Because the burn is going to be at 32 seconds. I guess we could also do some science here, right? While we're warping in. Okay, not that we need science, but we can still do it. How's our burn time? Okay, we're going to have to do a burn time pretty quick. Alright, we're going to close these doors. Let's do a crew report real quick. No, we're about to do the burn. So the burn is 32, as I said. And burn. Alright, so while that's going. Crew report. Thank you. And that might be it. Is there... Can we do this guy? No. I think we can when we're actually in the atmosphere, though. So that might be cool. Alright, so that's going. I think we'll have enough fuel to do that. I'm going to keep my fuel tank around. It still might blow up behind me, possibly. But I don't really know... I don't know where the atmosphere is going to be. So I'm going lower than I would in Kerbin to try to do atmospheric braking. And then we'll see how that works out. We'll see. So we're gonna aim for like 12 maybe. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe it's not a good idea. Okay, so we went too far. So we're gonna go prograde and then burn a little bit so that we're not intersecting. Although maybe that's what we want. I don't know. But I'm gonna try and do atmospheric braking because I think it has an atmosphere. And then we'll see how that will work. So we're gonna point prograde just to try to not intersect. Okay. And now we're gonna warp. And we'll see if that's too low or not low enough. I'm going to keep the engines as I was saying. I'm going to point retrograde. If they blow up, will that blow up my whole ship or just the engine? Will my whole ship blow up if I have a big fuel tank on the bottom of it when I'm entering the atmosphere? Oh, good point. I don't know. I don't know. Is there water on this planet? Alright, let's, if I'm wrong, then I am stuck. I'm almost landed, but not quite. So I might... Once this thing starts to move down, I might go... Okay, I'm going to go prograde. Once this thing starts to drop down into this area here, assuming this thing still works the same way, I'm going to ditch the engine. And then I'm going to try and point retrograde really quick. Because I feel then that might indicate that I will actually be good. So we'll see. We have a ways to go, I think. I'm gonna warp here. Okay. Looks kind of like water, actually. So, if it starts dipping down, we're going to eject this stuff, try and go retrograde as quick as we can, to then land. We're hoping we're going to do some atmospheric braking. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't want to ditch it yet, just in case. So, let's take a look. We're approaching. Stay connected with me. Can we do it? Can we get there? Hopefully I don't land in the water. Because I can't. My stuff won't work as well if I'm in the water. Like solar panels and stuff. Yeah. We don't want water. Okay. Yeah, so we're going in. I don't know. I think if I speed up, it might actually automatically switch over, slow me down once I'm in the atmosphere. So maybe I'll do that. And then once it switches. Okay, it switched. So I'm going to ditch the engine. Retrograde. Oh dear. Oh no, turn around. Quick. Okay, so, just so you know, if you are aiming for 12, that's enough. So you should just get rid of your engine and then switch to retrograde. Sorry, Halney and Meg V. Sorry, guys. All right, well, there we go. So there was bust of the eve or bust trip. Oh well, I tried. Thank you everybody for coming. Next tomorrow will be Hypermine SMP. And we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure what I'm working on there quite yet. I have a couple different things I have to do there. But thank you everybody for coming.